I just wish I could dance. The whole time I was watching this, I was seeing how uncoordinated I was and how really good they are. What is up, Netflix fans? Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a fun video because you're getting a review from the perspective of a guy who is not as familiar with this kind of music, and I'll explain in just a little bit, but Blackpink Light Up the Sky is a documentary all about this revolutionary K-pop group known as Blackpink. I need you in the comments down below. We're going to talk about it. I'm excited. Let's get into it. So, chart the meteoric rise of the South Korean girl group Blackpink in director Caroline Suh's documentary. I'm a movie critic. If you're new to this channel, we're always talking Netflix every week, every weekend, and this documentary had my interest because, again, and it's not that I don't like this style of music, it's more so the fact that I just, I'm watching movies all the time. I don't really have a lifetime for music in general. When I do listen to music, all sorts from 80s rock to current hip-hop, but going and listening to some of these songs in preparation for this documentary as someone from the outside looking in, I really like it. I mean, I really do. And it's not that I'm oblivious to the pure dominance of K-pop right now. That's all it seems on Twitter that anyone is talking about. And just this massive, massive fan base, not only for K-pop in general, but Blackpink, which, you know, when we start talking to Teddy in the documentary, he says, what is K-pop? We want to do something new, revolutionary, and that's what this group is doing right now, incorporating all different types of music, all different types of styles, and they talk about clothing, they talk about their outfits, and bringing us a very different style of music, one that we've never seen before. And part of that comes from the fact that all of these girls are from different parts of the world, and bringing that together and then bringing it to the United States, and we see that huge concert that they delivered in Coachella that was a massive success. This is not the kind of documentary I walk into thinking, you know what, this is going to be great, only because I was so unfamiliar. But man, I really enjoyed getting to know this group. I really enjoyed knowing each one of them individually by the time the movie came to an end. And even though you can sit back and look at it as a typical documentary with the B-roll, with the interviews, a lack of controversy, but that's only because all of these girls seem like incredible human beings. So there's not going to be much controversy that comes from that, and they're so likable, they're so talented, but most importantly, what we get from this documentary is that they are so hardworking. Whether it's staying up until 6 a.m., learning your routine, learning exactly what we need to do the following day, or spending your teenage years not getting to live the life that a normal boy or girl gets to live, becoming what they are now, and that's superstars, but learning the process, and now still working hard, but getting to prosper a bit more from that, and that's awesome. That's awesome to see. I love a good success story, and Blackpink is one of the ultimate success stories, and it shows what hard work can get you. You're not going to go into this documentary think you're going to get that. I know some people are going to approach it and say, well, I don't know anything about this music. And I knew a bit, but I didn't know a lot. I am a fan of Korean music in general. If you see on the screen, I did do a bit of a Korean music video in high school where I learned Gangnam Style, and we recreated the entire thing using not very good equipment and high school teachers letting us out of class, so those are my old days. That's before I had this channel. That's embarrassing, so sorry. But again, it's the process. It's getting to know not only this group, but I mentioned Teddy before and how much work he's put into this. I mean, writing these songs and seemingly like the ultimate producer, which I thought was really cool to see. And then you have Rosé, you have Jisoo, you have Lisa, you have Jennie, and they are just so different from each other. But as Teddy says in the documentary, somehow they come together and formulate this group that just works so well, from the chemistry to mastering this choreography to, and we see moments in the documentary where they're rewatching their performances of old, and it's so entertaining. Watch them be entertained from that, and then having those conversations, seeing that footage, and probably, most likely, applying it to what they're going to be doing in the future. And the best part about this documentary for me is seeing their mentality when it comes to the music. We're not going to do what everyone else thinks we're going to do. They talk about their very first single, their first hit. A lot of people were against it, but they said, this is going to be the one. This will be our first song. We're going to come out with so many catchy and incredible songs, and then we're going to slow down, and it feels like that's what they're doing now, and focus on music that matters to us. Focus on the importance. And they say that may not be what is going to appease everyone, but that's what's most important to us. And how often do you see that? I mean, in the United States, I mean, sometimes we see artists just do things that maybe aren't important to them, and we've seen it in countless movies. Something like, even like La La Land, when Gosling's character is performing the music that he doesn't want to. But they're like, nope, we're going to do... It's just a heartfelt, heartwarming documentary about a group that I'm really happy I'm familiar with now. And you know what? I may have a little playlist on YouTube myself right now. I'm not going to lie to you. So if you know all about Blackpink, then you may not learn anything new here. And I feel like some people will say this feels like a very manufactured documentary because of all of the good stuff and not a lot of bad stuff. But for me, it did not feel that way. It just felt real, and I learned a lot, and I think that's the entire point of a documentary, and I really enjoyed what I saw. I did. I know it's a bit more of a conventional documentary, not anything new being brought to the table, but a documentary is really all about the content, and for me, learning a lot, being entertained, I like this quite a bit. As for my score, I'm going an 8 out of 10. So thank you all for recommending this documentary. I had a couple of comments the other day, and I'm really happy I watched it. I am. I like the fact that it's opening up, it's broadening my horizons, and it's allowing me to learn and digest a bit more about something that I've never been too into personally, but now that I know a bit of the backstory, I'm very intrigued, very intrigued. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Appreciate you for watching. A lot of reviews this weekend, so stay tuned to this channel. If you like this video, if you want to leave it a thumbs up, that would be awesome, and leave your comments below. I'll see you later.